So our learning objective for today is to make sure that we're able to construct a response or construct an explanation that explains why and how Earth's climate zones move water. Okay, so we're going to talk about that today. I want to start off by reviewing some of the notes that we discussed on Thursday before our winter break. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you. You want to remember that we discussed climate zones and how our Earth has 3 distinct climate zones. Hands up: polar, temperate, tropical. Polar, temperate, tropical. Remember, because this lesson is being recorded, you'll be able to pause this video and make sure that you have this picture in your notes completely colored. Today, you want to make sure you have your science notebook, your pencil, and your colored pencils or crayons. So as we're discussing climate zones today, it's important for us to understand the reason why our climate zones are the temperature that they are. So to discuss that, we have to look at, please make sure you write this down, and you'll have an opportunity today after our live session to draw this picture in your notes. We want to make sure, you want to write this down, please, that our polar zones, our Earth is tilted, okay? It's tilted, it's not upright, it's tilted on an axis. So because our Earth is tilted, our polar zones, the Arctic and Antarctic, don't get much direct sunlight. Because of that, they're very cold, okay? The temperate zone gets a little bit more sunlight than the polar zone does, so therefore it's more warm, okay? And then our tropical zone, where our equator is, that tropical zone is very warm because it gets the most direct sunlight, okay? Please take some time to finish writing this down in your notebook. You will not have time during our live session today to draw this picture, but you will have time to draw this picture to finish it as a Schoology picture today in your notes. And I'll show you where that is today as well. Ms. Neville is about to go on. Guys, I stopped sharing my screen because I had to let some students in. I'll share it to you again now. Hopefully everyone can see it. So we talk about those zones. We want to make sure we understand that temperature is going to move our ocean waters, okay? So our ocean waters, we've seen that if we've ever been to the beach, ocean water moves from one place to another, okay? We're going to start discussing why that happens. And to understand that, we've got to understand why that temperate zone is so warm. It's not cold like the polar zone, and it's not very hot like our tropical zone. Please write this in your notes now. Question: why is the temperate zone cool? One, it's because of the law of convection, or the circulation of heat. We want to remember that because of the law of convection, heat will always rise and cold will always sink. Because of that law of convection, the warm water from our tropical region rises up, and the cold water from our polar region sinks down. We see that there is a circulation of those two temperatures, that hot water from the tropical region and that cold water from the polar regions will mix together, okay, and it will cause a warm region to occur in our temperate zone. We want to make sure we also understand that not only does the law of convection move Earth's waters, it also moves Earth's winds as well. And we're going to just touch on the winds today, but tomorrow's lesson will be a full lesson about Earth's winds. So as we continue to talk about Earth's waters, remember, if Miss Neville's going too fast for you, if you did not get to finish this lesson is being recorded, okay? So we want to make sure we understand ocean currents. I want you to put in your picture in your mind of ocean currents. And let's think of Finding Nemo, where Marlin and Dory were on their journey to find Nemo, and they rode on the backs of sea turtles. Remember, they were in that fast-moving jet, almost like a highway of water called the East Australian Current. Yeah, that's an ocean current. Today, we won't be talking about the East Australian Current or any of the other many currents around our Earth. We will be talking about two main currents from South Carolina, the Gulf, or in the United States, the Gulf Stream Current and the California Current. So as we're discussing those today, let's go ahead and write down why they're important. In your notes, please write down our new heading, Ocean Currents. And it's important for us to know that the Gulf Stream Current carries warm ocean water from the tropical region to the polar region. Remember, heat rises. So that warm ocean water in that Gulf Stream current is rising up. The California current is cold and it sinks down. It carries cold ocean water from the polar region down. So we see this circulation of Earth's ocean currents. Please take some time to finish writing this down. Give me a second. Ms. Neville's going to admit some students into class. Okay, so we should be writing down the Gulf Stream current and the California current. It may do well for you to underline the Gulf Stream current in red and underline the California current in blue. Ethan, if you could please turn your camera off. Thank you. Take some time to finish writing this in your notes. So we're going to start discussing our ocean currents, the California current and the Gulf Stream current. We're also going to lean a little bit on Bill Nye today. When I dismiss you from this class, remember our science period doesn't end until 9:26. So you will need to be working in your Schoology, your new Schoology pink folder. I'm going to show you that. When we go to our science class, we have a new pink folder here that says week 17, measuring climate and severe weather systems. When we click on it, we have our first assignment here, Bill Nye, the Science Guy, climates. And when we're looking at this assignment, we're going to watch this video. Then write down any notes that you find important there. Then you have 2 attempts to answer 4 questions. Question number 1 is a teacher graded assignment. So you'll want to write your answers here using complete sentences, capital letters in the beginning, punctuation, periods at the end. Okay. The question says, why is the polar region colder than the temperate region? You can use your notes that we just took in class today to answer that question. Okay. Question number 2 is a multiple choice question. Question 3 is a drag and drop where you're going to label the polar, temperate, and tropical zones in this picture. And then question 4 is a little bit tougher. You're going to label the latitude of each of these climate zones. You may want to go back and look in your previous folder because a lot of you did really well on your longitude and latitude worksheet. Look back in your previous folder so that you can make sure you remember latitude, okay? So you will get that done today. I say today because this class does not end until 9:26. Are there any other questions for me before you're dismissed from class today?